Hello, you find me at the Bexhill 100 show at the Polegrove in Bexhill, and the first thing I'm looking at looks like a XK150. So we just have a quick look at the engine because
is it for sale? Is it? I'll give it a
that's the Jaguar XK unit. Looks to triple SU carburetors. Just going to move around to here, and we see a Ford. Looks like a Ford Focus rally car. So it looks like a Ford. Is that a Ford Focus? Full rally spec as well. Spotted another. Yeah, so there's a Ford Focus. Right, if we move along now, we see a Ford Escort Mark II in full race trim as well. We see just about here. Another race prepared engine, turbocharged. We just move over here because I'm randomly. Here's a Rover SD1. Looks like a 1977. It's quite an early one. This is actually one of my dream cars, actually. I'll better show you an example of an SU carburetor. Here we are. Those are actually SU carburetors. They were used in Britain from about the 1920s up until, I'm trying to remember when. Rover switched to fuel injection, like completely. So here's a Mark I Ford Escort.
Cables. We like cables. Yeah.
Here's another Mark II Ford Escort.
Rather than putting the car on the rolling road, you put the engine on bench top.
It's won a few prizes.
Yeah.
It's won a few prizes in its time by the looks of things. Another rally car over there. Looks like a Skyline, but I won't. We're still gathering cars at the moment. Well, if we just go over here, we see a Leyland. Looks like a Leyland bus of some kind. So I'm gonna. It's a diesel. It is a diesel. I'm gonna go have a look, see what it is, because I'm not really up on buses. It says it's a PD2/12 with the own Farringdon body. So I think, which way do I go now? I'm gonna go this way, because now I'm going to go to the classic cars, because that's the reason I'm here. There are still people gathering. So if we go over here, some people will arrive late, even though they say got to be here at 10. But as we know, not everything goes to plan. So here's an Audi 100 estate. So I think that's what we'll start with as we're going around the show. Okay, I've never seen one of these before. It looks like a Rover 9. I've never really heard of these. Don't think I've ever seen one or even heard of it in my life. So if we move along a little bit, we see a Rover, I think it's a Metro. When did it become the 100? Well, it's a Rover Metro there, so had the K series engine after a while. And I'm not sure about that one, to be honest. Trying to think when they come up with K series engines and fuel injection. Right, here's a Saab 900. Saw a few Saabs yesterday at Hellingley. But if we look to my left here, we see a Mazda MX-5 that's sitting next to the Metro. Here's here's an MGF, which is sitting next to a Rover P6 3500S. So this had the Rover V8 in it, which was an ex-Buick unit which became very British. Oh. Yeah, just... Yeah, so this is a Rover P6 with the V8 in it. I think the police use these. Not in that colour though, but they did use them. Don't know what for, but that is a really brilliant car. Next to this is an MG Magnet, and I think that's a ZB because it hasn't got the hockey stick. The brightwork here is straight. On a ZA it's like a hockey stick. If we move along to the Toyota Celica, now this is, I've not seen this for a long time. It's a Volvo 480. Not seen this for rather a long time. I'm just taking this at my own pace, so if I need to do another video, I will do. Here's an MG, looks like an MG Midget, which was the cousin car to the Austin Healey Sprite in some way. In fact, the Austin Healey Sprite as a Mark IV looked a bit like this. Didn't have the frog eyes. Here's another MG Midget from 1974. That's got, according to the sign, it says 1275cc, so this has probably got some go to it. I suspect these were a lot of fun way back.
It's all those little bits all laid out. It's like the frame.
They're probably still quite fun now.
There's spaces that go in the front.
Just wish we could have fun on the roads without feeling as though something bad will happen. Next, that's an MGT type. According to that, it's a 1948 MGTC. Not much difference from an MGTD or a TF, but that's the T series were replaced with the MG8 in 1955, I think. This is from 1948, so chances are a few of these probably ended up being exported. Here's a Land Rover Series 2, I think it's a Series 2, some 1971. On here, check out the air conditioning. But yeah, these are very utilitarian. You didn't sit in it for luxury. This was when you're down on the farm, you need to get across the field. There you go. That's the sort of thing you had. They used to use.
I'm assuming they come off easily.
They had
the magnetic one.
I think they used to use a version of this in the army. And here's a Ferrari with Batman symbols all over it. Don't know which Ferrari this is. I'm not up on modern Ferraris too well. If someone, I would consult the handy book, but it's a 360 Spider. And with this 360 Spider, looks like it's got, I don't know what that is. Looks like a V8 in it. But there's a Ferrari engine for those that like it, that love a good engine. Little bit of. Although working on it, well, how would you change a clutch on this? I think you'd have to drop. I know I wouldn't. It'd be a professional somewhere, but if you got Oh, there's another interesting thing. It's the gated gear shift, which you don't see on modern cars.
No.
So I think the technology's changed. Yeah, I watched a video about why don't we have gated gear changes anymore. And I think it's because of the way the precision's gained by the mechanism rather than through a gate. Right, if I move around here, we now see a Ford Granada. I think it's a Granada? Console.
No, that one's a Granada, that one's a console.
Oh, that's a console.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a really late console.
Yeah.
Because I've seen some ones from the 50s and 60s. I didn't know there was a later one than that.
Granada console, yeah.
Okay, that's a Granada console. So there's a Granada there, I think.
Yeah.
And it's won a couple of prizes in its time.
Yeah. That's right.
Looks as though it's got a V6 in it, I think. Yeah, it's got. So it'd probably be the Cologne V6.
I know. You haven't a bit like that.
But apparently there's a later console, which I didn't know about. This is why I like going to these shows. I might find something that I've not come across in my life. That's probably a Pinto lump, is it? Is that Pinto engine?
Pinto, 2 litre Pinto, yeah. No power steering. 36,000 miles from new.
I can't claim the same with my car. I left it at home today so I could go to the beer tent, but all I can say about mine, it's done 110,000 and it's got there's no time it's going to be slowing down. So I'm thinking of going up the country a couple of times next year as well.
Yeah.
I'll try and be down here, but I think Hellinglight's having a 50th anniversary, Welling's having a 60th. There's a lot of anniversaries.
Yeah.
And there's the 20th this year.
Yeah.
Which, if I see someone from Bexhill 100 Club, I'm going to say happy 20th.
Yeah.
Might as well wish him it.
Good show.
Yeah, I've always enjoyed coming. I've always enjoyed coming down here, even if I do feel sometimes I want to. I'm just trying to take it as a relaxed thing. If I'm videoing, if I get a view of a car, I get a view of the car, and then I just try and know something about the car. But I think my memory's appalling. I think it's. I don't know what's causing it.
Age. A bit like me.
Yeah, I hope it's not creeping up on me too much. I've got too much to do before I get that state. Oh, MG Rover. MG Rover, which one is this? Is it a ZR? Oh, I'm reading the signs here. I think that might be a ZR. So I don't know whether this is the K series engine, is it? It's probably it is a K series. Imagine what could have been if Rover was still around. How brilliant the K series could be now. Especially with, you got 16 valve twin cam, great. That means you can go to variable valve timing, or they maybe go back to having a timing chain. Because apparently the early ones of these, I think they either went through head gaskets or they went through timing belts.
Head gasket is meant to be in, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Luckily I've never had any of those problems.
I would say touch wood, but the nearest tree's there. No, look, I think the K series, when did that come out? That must have been early 1990s or mid.
I've no idea.
Because I'm trying to remember when they stopped using SU carburetors in British cars.
Oh yeah.
I'm not.
Well, then
Don't
went
think
to
they
this
ever.
injection stuff.
Yeah, I'm beginning to wonder if they ever stopped.
I've no idea.
Because I know they were from the 1920s. Because I showed an example of an SU carburetor on this. By the way, this is fuel injection. See by the incredibly complicated plastic thing there.
Yeah.
It still looks a lot less complicated than my car, but on my car it took me ages just to find out how to find the radiator temperature coolant sensor.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, once I found it though, nice easy change.
Was
But
it?
you have to get your hand down, like
Yeah.
you need to be a contortionist. And another little example on my car, you have to, in order to change a bulb in that, you have to take apart the air filter assembly,
Yeah.
which is there,
Yeah.
and all these tubes and all that.
Mm.
I wouldn't mind deleting it. And the other one, you have to move the fuse box. Who designs it? Who designs a modern car? They must
Well.
not want people like me to actually work on it, even though what's the most essential thing as a driver? Check oil. Check the oil filler cap from mayonnaise, because it means there's a head gasket problem.
Yeah.
Fill that up. Is that, where's the brake fluid one? That's that one. Check that. And that's the coolant,
Power steering.
power steering fluid.
Yeah, that's what
I've never found the one on mine. Where's
All right. We're lucky I've got a Renault, especially some of those Clios.
the, yeah, there's the coolant there, just there, just.
Do you know, if you want to change a bulb, you have to take the whole of the front of the car off, and then it's recommended you change every single bulb. So,
That sounds expensive.
well, it is. Yeah, I was talking to someone once, and they had a Renault, and they said the whole front has to come off, and they recommend all the bulbs are changed. Well, you've got it to bits because it's so much hassle taking all the front off. And yeah, what a problem, eh?
What a problem. And whoever designed it, what a plonker.
Well, yes, I suppose.
Sorry, but
It all goes together, all in big lumps then, I suppose, doesn't it? Big lump here and all the rest of it.
yeah,
you know.
just
I know, I watched old James May when he was in the BMW factory putting a Mini together, and
Yeah,
the
I think I
dashboard,
remember that.
oh yeah, in goes the bolts, big bits, in goes the bolts, and you know, it's just big lumps of components, and they all go in as one, you know, and then just perhaps put a plug together, you know, the
Just-
wiring loom.
yeah.
And it's all well and good, you know, when it's assembled in a factory. But once it's left the factory, it ain't no fun anymore, is it? You've got to
It's out in the wild, it's
struggle.
out in public, and things happen when you're driving. It's
Yeah.
like, I remember the check engine light come on, I thought, I'm absolutely bricking it here, because I know that means problem, big problem. So I got hold of a code reader, and I've been learning how to read codes,
Yeah.
and the code was such a piddly one. I thought, am I going to spend about £1,000, or what am I going to spend on it? No, it turned out to be 23 quid down at Vauxhall
All right.
to get the part, and the part was made by a company called Mopar, and I'm thinking, don't they do Chryslers? And I just felt confused. Original manufacturer part, and they say someone else makes it. Okay, so they're not really making their own stuff, are they? They're just bolting other bits.
Yes. Yes, they can't be individual to every single car, can they?
No, I think
Otherwise, there'd be tons of factories. Well, the country would be covered in factories making bits, wouldn't it?
yeah, there is that. But the fact I fitted a part that's a Mopar part kind of makes me feel a bit. But seeing as everything now comes under some non-traditional type group that's based somewhere that doesn't really make cars or doesn't have a big history of it, it's almost like they're trying to change the past. No, a bit of a what if, what could have been.
Yeah. Yes.
But now, if I want an MG sports car and it's nice and modern for today, it'd be like driving a toaster.
Yeah.
Well, it's electric.
Yeah.
It'd be like driving a toaster.
Yeah.
I've never been into electric cars. Never have.
Nope. No,
But that MG was the only one I'd probably have if I had to have an electric. So,
All right. Yeah.
because it looks fun, has Bugatti beating performance up to 60. So,
Get vested.
yeah.
Get
Right, I'm gonna move along now.
Well,
Nice to have met you.
yeah. See you then.
Right, here's another. There's a MG plus 4. Morgan, sorry, plus 4. Misspoke. I sometimes misspeak. So this is a Morgan plus 4. Yes. So, here's a Ford Orion. Next to that is a Volkswagen Type 2. And it looks like, yeah, it's a Scooby-Doo motif to that. So pretty well done there. And there's a Ford Capri that's been made to look like the last Interceptor.
Oh, Dad, look!
Is that brilliant or what? It's the only Ford Capri for the end of the world by the looks of things. I like that. But now we move on to the Morris 1100, which comes from the ADO 16 platform. I think was designed by Pininfarina, which was a design house down in Italy, and obviously really good at what they did. I think we see a Jaguar XJ there. Oh, here's another one. Here's an Armstrong Siddeley. What is that one? So there's an Armstrong Siddeley. Let's get another view of these Jags. Yep. Right, onto the Armstrong Siddeley. There's a couple of chairs in the way. I think this is called a Sapphire. Liking Tudor tone job there. Right, if we move on to this Golf GTI Cabriolet, it's got a Barbie thing on it. So, okay. Here's a Ford Fiesta. I don't know which generation Ford Fiesta there were, because I've forgotten how many there actually were. And here's a Lancia. Oh, wait a minute, that's a Lancia Beta, and it's a, according to that, it's a Berliner 2000 Automatica, and it looks in much better condition. It looks in really good condition. And get this, it doesn't look like there's no rust on it by the looks of things. I look at Lancia and just think that was one of the coolest car companies on the planet, and had the first road going V6 on the planet as well. It's something called the Aurelia. So this 1979 Lancia Beta Berliner 2000 Automatic, it's just a brilliant car. It's just, there was the whole rust thing, which is, I think that was a 1970s 1980s automotive problem, was rust all the time. I had a couple of cars that rusted fast and they went, a couple of old Fiats, so what can you do? What can you do? But it's a really cool car, this. I'm just going to move around to this Ford Capri because, well, it's a 1600 gear by the looks of things. Now that's a proper Ford Capri. That's how I've always imagined them to be. There's another Rover P6 3500, so it's the V8 one. It's not an S, it's still in a chocolate brown colour. Here's a Triumph Acclaim. Looks a bit like a Honda actually. I think it was about the time that British Leyland did start working with Honda. Here's a Mercedes. Looks like a CLK, I think. Here's a Ford Capri 280, so it's a 6-cylinder. Right, if we go a bit further along, we see a, what is that? There's an Austin 10 horsepower.
And he done the seats himself.
So it's slightly bigger than an Austin 7. Still probably reasonably priced. It's a Clifton model, so it's drop top. Look around here is a MGA. Yeah, this is an MGA. This is what replaced the T-types in 1955. This is a 1600. So I think there was a 1600 twin cam, I think. Here's a Triumph TR3. Just trying to think. TR3 must have had 2-litre 4-cylinder, I should think. Oh, I remember these from when I was at school. For some reason it's got... It's a Toyota MR2. I'm just trying to... That was a mid-engine car. And that's the first generation. So one of the science technicians had one when I was at school. Here's another Rover 3500 in where it's the P6. This is the P6. So if we move along a bit more, there's a Citroen DS here. And I'm going to take a bit of a... That is a DS23 IE Palace, that one. Here's a Mini, proper Mini. That's what a Mini is. Here's a here's an Austin Healey Sprite. That's a Frog Eye. Trying to think what engine it had, but some were uprated to 1275. Some I think were like the 848 cc. I think they had a small version of the A series engine. They used to tune them a bit. Another MG midget. There's a Golf GTI. Don't know what generation it is. It's been so many generations. I don't remember. Right, this looks like a couple of Lancia Fulvia coupes. So this would be the one that had the clever little V4 engine that was over on its side, 45-degree angle. There's one in sort of Italian red and one in white. I think I prefer it in red actually.
A lot of people will disagree with you. They're all red.
No, my eyesight's alright. I did get it checked out twice this year. But the owner of the red car has kindly opened the bonnets just so I can show you what I mean when the engine's canted over. There's the cylinder head. You go up and you find carburetors. I think they're Webers.
Not these ones.
Not these.
Fuel injection.
They're fuel injection.
This one is.
Yeah, that one. Because I thought they usually come with carburetors, and that fuel injection was quite rare back then.
It's very rare. This is unique.
Yep.
They came with a pair of Solex side drafts. Sorry, I'm eating.
Oh, right. Oh, I thought. Oh, because a lot of times I think Weber is an Italian carb company, Weber Carburetori.
Yep.
And they had to set up a branch in England because I think one or two companies wanted their carburetors, so they had to set up a.
A lot of them are now fitted with Webers because they're better carb. The Solexes that Lancia fitted originally are not up to the job.
No.
They weren't. I don't know why Lancia chose Solexes. They shouldn't have done.
No, I think.
Alfa Romeo always use Webers and Del Autos, and a lot of Fulvias are now fitted with Webers and Del Autos.
Yeah, I kept thinking in turn because nowadays Lancia and Alfa Romeo, Fiat, everyone all comes under Fiat. They're quite close.
That's right.
Together, and now they've. I'm kind of lamenting it a bit, where they've now all these manufacturers come under some company with a weird name in some place that's I think it's based in Holland, which
no, Stellantis is a European operation.
Yeah, I was thinking about their headquarters, where their headquarters was.
In France,
tax reasons, I think.
Stellantis, I think, are in France, and they're using. They own Peugeot, for example. They own.
Vauxhall and Opel.
All kinds of Euro.
Yeah, I think someone actually wrote it was in Holland, so they might have been wrong. Sometimes I find information and someone's got it wrong, so.
Very often.
Because everybody's thinking, who's this Stellantis? Who are they? I think even Chrysler come under it now.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
Which is kind of because Fiat bought into them around about the time the American car manufacturers are having a bit of a crisis. I think maybe because they weren't making cars that the rest of the world wanted. Don't know. It's a guess. Now, I quite like American cars, but if you've seen some of the roads around here, would you be able to fit it down there?
That's it. But then the argument stands up for every modern PSV, every modern car is enormous.
Yeah, to be honest with you, it is.
All the electric cars are enormous.
Yeah, they made an electric Capri, and I thought, too big, too lumpy, and look at how it just about fits in a parking space without getting a ticket.
Not in a supermarket though.
No.
No chance.
Oh, I've seen so many people not be able to fit a car in a parking space because it's too big.
Unmanageable.
Yeah, and I don't know why they're doing it. It's like, if I spent all day wondering about it, I probably wouldn't get much done. You know. Oh, nice to meet you, and nice to know that that is fuel injected. and usually fitted with Solexes.